Okay, a little bit of additional self-introduction for myself. I graduated from University Malaya since 2004. Let me get my pointers here. And recently, last year, I have just completed my Master of Landscape Architecture in UPM. So in terms of professional qualification, I'm a registered professional architect with Lembaga Architect Malaysia, and also a corporate member for PEN. And also I registered with MBOD for Professional Technologies, and lastly with ICOMOS Thailand. Okay, next, what is Master of Architecture? Master of Architecture, in fact, is a continuation of Part 1 study, Bachelor of Science in Architecture, which we will prepare the student for the professional career in architecture. Traditionally, a complete education for architecture actually is 5 years. But now, Lembaga actually go for 3+2. 3 is for the B.Arch and 2 for M.Arch. Yeah, this is for M.Arch. Okay, and 2 is a compulsory journey if a candidate needs to obtain our Part 3 in order to have the title of AR. Okay, so next slide. Okay, other than become an architect, what are other options? So these are the options that a student can actually pursue in their career: a project architect, a green consultant, or we so call as GBI facilitators. Also as an academician, because the market actually fixed a rule that to teach design studio, staff or an academician need to have minimum Part 2 qualification. And lastly, as an arbitrator or researchers, there are a lot of other possibilities in your career, development. So next, a bit of recap about the history of Master of Architecture in Utah. We are very new. We just launched in May 2016, and we started with 1 student only during that time. So until today, year 2021, we have about 24 students. And it is quite happy that we observe the numbers of alumni also has increased from 30 to 80%. It shows that our student actually has confidence with our program, which is a positive feedback from the student. And since last year onwards, we also have students joining us from IPTA, from the local university. So we have quite a good mix of students locally. So the next few slides, we are going to show some photos of our students and the staff, and also the final presentation. So this is May intake 2018 and 2019. We do not have a chance to capture the photo for 2020 due to the MCO and a lot of classes online during that time. The mode of study for Master of Architecture is full-time, and the duration of study actually we fix it minimum 2 years and maximum 4 years, which consists of 4 long semesters and 2 short semesters, in total of 60 credit hours. English is our medium of instruction in teaching. In terms of tuition fee, for Malaysian is about 20K, and for international is 37K. And on top of this, if you are alumni of Utah, we actually give some discount, offer some discount, and also 10% discount for all students if you are a PEN student member. Just an introduction. Okay, now we are going to share about the minimum entry requirement for Master of Architecture in Utah. So we have the most important thing, actually, the student has to fulfill the requirement of Land Part 1 study. That means B.Arch, B.Arch. And there are 2 categories here. The first category is under clear-cut case, which is 2.75 above. And another category is between 2.0 to 2.75. So for the second category, the student needs to go through a rigorous assessment, a technical assessment. And other than this, in addition, the student has to fulfill 6 months post-degree working experiences as required by Lembaga Architect Malaysia. But then this requirement actually has some exemption. a special consideration. Yeah, it's so-called a special consideration by the embargo during the pandemic time. We will explain later. And all candidates has to go through entry interview. So this is the minimum entry requirement during the pandemic COVID-19. Actually, we have just obtained the Senate's approval. And there are two categories here, excellent and good. There are two categories here. So for the first category, which we can actually accept the direct entry from BR, no need working experiences, which the student has to obtain the CGPA 3.67 and above. So the next one would be the student with good under good category with CGPA 3.0 to 3.66. So the minimum working experiences accepted by embargo is 3 months. So during this time, we actually receive some application under this special condition. So on top of this, the student also need to obtain minimum grade B for design studio courses at the final semester of BR. And we will also conduct an entry interview with the candidate. Okay, next, we were going to share about our program. For Master of Architecture Utah, this is the course grouping that we have. We have the first course grouping, which is under Design Studio, which we have 4 courses here. Every course is actually 8 credit hour. It's a very heavy course because Design Studio actually is our core course. And the second course cluster actually is under communication, which we will have the architecture research and computer design simulation. And under this subject, we are going to introduce the student on BIM, yeah, building integrated the software and also integrated environmental system software, IES. And the third cluster will be professional practice to prepare the student to sit for their Part 3 exam in order to obtain their professional qualification for AR. So we have professional practice 1 and professional practice 2 here. And the fourth cluster under technology, which we have 2 subjects here, sustainable building design and advanced construction technology. And the last one, the last cluster, number 5, is under history and theory. We have theory of architecture and building conservation. So other than these 5 main grouping, we also have elective course for students to choose from. We have 4 subjects here that the students choose one of the elective subjects, which we have landscape architecture, ID, architecture field study, and community design. The last 2, field study and community design, we have the integration with BArch. So the students from BArch and MArch, they are going to take the same subject. And this allows some cross-learning between 2 programs. Okay, next, we're going to show the program structure, how the program structure works here. So this is for year 1. So as I mentioned just now, Design Studio actually is the core course. So we have Advanced Design Studio 1 and Design Studio 2, which actually this is considered as one project, which is a mixed development project and with the housing development that stretches through the whole entire year for year 1. So in order to support Design Studio 1, because this one we are going to talk about master planning, yeah, and we have this subject actually comes in to support and integrate with Design Studio, planning and urban design, and also theory subject to support Design Studio. So the subject actually is integrated, yeah. And for the 3rd semester, which is January trimester, we have Design Studio 2. We have the computer design simulation for the student to practice the BIM skill and also the IES to test on the environmental response on their proposal. So these are integrated as well. For October trimester in Utah, actually is considered as a short semester, which is 7 weeks only. Yeah. And for the long semester, we have studio, but short semester is without studio. Yeah, this is without studio. And for the short semester, we have theory classes like conservation and sustainable building design. Meanwhile, for architecture research, this is to prepare the student to go for year 2 for the thesis project, their final year design thesis project. So in Utah, our program actually is an integrated program structure. And followed by another slide, we are going to have the year 2 program structure, which is the same. We have thesis 1 and thesis 2, which the student will develop their final year design thesis project for the whole entire year as well. And for this thesis 1, before the student start thesis 1, they have already done their groundwork for research, and the topic must be relevant to their thesis 1. So after they've gone through the thesis 1 design proposal, landscape architecture will come in, or interior design will come in to integrate with this subject. And professional practice is the course for the professional practice 1 and 2, which is the course to prepare the candidate for to sit for the Part 3 exam. And lastly, for advanced construction technology, this is heavily integrated with thesis 2. When the student has a mature design, at the end of semester, they have to design their construction detailing and innovative design to respond to their design proposal. So this is the staff, the teaching team that we have in Utah. We have all experienced lecturers here, and most of us are with the qualification of AR. We have, in total, 7 of us. 5 of us actually have the professional qualification. We have I myself as a HOP, then AR Ui, AR John, AR Chong, and AR Husang. And other than this, we have Mr. Fernando and Dr. Lim to in charge on the research, research project. So on top of in addition to the full-time lecturer, we also have part-time lecturer, AR Nazif, who comes in to support and assist in conservation subject. At this moment, we still fulfill the land minimum requirement, which 1 to 10, and actually we have quite a good number, small number here that we can actually attend to the student closely on their projects. So next slide, we're going to share about the facility. Utah provided a dedicated room, a dedicated studio for the student to work on their projects. So this is the location of the Advanced Design Studio 1 for Year 1 studio at level 5. And we have a small exhibition corner outside the studio. For the Year 2, final year, we are having the studio at 3A floor, that means level 4. And we are going to propose, this is a new proposal to the university, to have a new proposed gallery space for an art in Maricourt Library, KB Block, Sungai Long campus. So this is in progress. And lastly, this is the venue for our final presentation and design click purposes at level 6, which we share the space with the BArch program. So these are the BArch Bachelor of Architecture Studio, which is at level 6. So in total, architecture program has occupied 3 floors, 4th, 5th, and 6th floor, in the KB block. Okay, for Master of Architecture, we also have something quite unique in Utah. We call it as mentor program. Mentor program. We invited the practicing architects from the industry to come in to support us for the teaching in design thesis courses, for the final year design thesis courses. So the student will meet up the mentors for every month to get additional design inspiration or input on their design thesis. And this will further improve and benefit in their learning process. So in total, we have 7 mentors here. A.L. Cheng, Mr. Ko Nyap Chin from Port 25, A.L. Lo Ho Man, A.L. Ng Yi Woon, A.L. Jimmy Wong, Dr. Go IT, and A.L. Tang. Thank you very much to all the mentors to support our program since 2017. So this is a happy photo that we have the visitation by Lembaga, accreditation visit from Lembaga in 2019, 2 years ago. And we have obtained our full 5 years accreditation for the first time of accreditation visit that we have done. We have obtained the accreditation, which is a very good news for everyone. and the accreditation will last until 2024. Yeah. So all our Part 2 graduates are accredited by Lembaga. So for the last portions of this sharing session, I would like to share some of the achievement by the student throughout the years. So this is in 2018, where the student has won the second prize in Sunway Iskandar Catholic Design Challenge by our first year student during that time and led by Dr. Lim. Also, we have participated for the first time in 2019, for 2019 in Dr. Daphne Lok Best Community Design project by our student Felix Ang under the category for postgraduate category. So in 2019 also, we have one student, Lim Chao Yang, who is shortlisted in the finalists for Archi Talent. And second time, we participate in Dr. Daphne Lok as well, and we won the postgraduate category again. Yeah. And another win for Utah in 2019 for the ZSR Architecture Prize by our student, Mr. Nai Kok Yu. Also, we are quite actively participate in the exhibition, and this is the Best Master Thesis Project organized by Pertubuhan Architect Malaysia. And we also organize exhibition in Maricourt Library, Sungai Long campus as well. Okay, because of the pandemic last year, we have relocated our exhibition from physical to virtual to e-exhibition last year. For the first time, we have the e-exhibition. So this is a website that everyone can check for our students' work for the last graduation batch. And these are some happy photos when the student done the site visit. And we also have the visit to Surabaya University in Indonesia, to Singapore as well, to visit the NUS Master Thesis Exhibition, Final Graduation Exhibition. So we also have a chance to visit some good architecture in Singapore. And also the student participate in the colloquium for their research as well. Okay, the very last part of this sharing session, we have the student work to share. This is the only one student in May in 2016. So this is his project for the first batch for Master of Architecture. And this is some of the model for the design project from our second batch. And we have more students coming in. So at that time, we have 7 students graduated. So these are the models showing their projects, their master thesis project. In Utah, we still emphasize a lot in model making, physical model making. Yeah. So this is the last batch for 2019, which they have done their e-exhibition last year. And the recent one is this one. Later on, we will show the video from the student. So, so last but not least, I will share the video from my side here. Okay. How to close this one? Okay. Okay. This video we have this video is from our recent graduation batch, Mastura Abdul Razak. She has just done the final presentation last Friday. We have just done our final presentation last Friday physically. Yeah, so we will show the video now. Hope everyone enjoy it. I think that's all for my sharing session. Thank you very much. Okay, Tom, I think that's all from my side. Maybe
Okay.
I just add a little bit on this project, Mastura's project. It's a master thesis final year. Because in terms of architecture thesis, the student has to really look into the current issue that faced by the society, no matter it's a social issue or environmental issue. This student, Mastura, actually she's quite concerned on the coral bleaching issue over the under the sea, yeah, under the sea, and she take Pulau Tioman as a case study for her to test her thesis. Yeah, so we are quite glad we have done the final presentation last Friday. Yeah, and able to show to everyone today. Thank you so much. That's all.
Okay, thank you for Architect Mac. And if you have any questions, you can put it to the chat box first. Right after this, we have Dr. Jeffrey to have a sharing with us. Allow me to share the slide first. Okay, Dr. Jeffrey, you're going to have a sharing for the Master of Project Management for us. So this is a background from the Dr. Jeffrey. He obtains the Bachelor of Engineering, the Civil at UM. Also get the Master of Science Construction Management in the UTM. And lastly, the PhD under the Project Management at the IUMW. So currently, he is also the head of programs of our Master of Project Management, and we just let the Dr. Jeffrey to have the sharing about the Master of Project Management for us. Dr. Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Let me just share the slide. Thanks for the introduction.
Hi.
Okay, you can see the slide, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so thanks for the introduction and the opportunity to promote our Master of Project Management program. So first, perhaps just allow me to go through why do you want to do postgraduate study, right? So perhaps first is postgraduate study can help you to progress your career or explore new career path, right? Second is to acquire specialist knowledge in your field and also transferable skills and experience. Third, this will leave you better place to take advantage of career opportunities when they arise. Last but not least, to gain a qualification and increase your earning power. If you look at knowledge is a power, then learning is actually a superpower. So that's why we have to continue learning. Next is looking at why we choose project management, right? Project management is basically a career that is inspired, that is fulfilling, and that is productive, right? Because you basically have a sense of achievement on completion, and you basically have also a clear milestone. So this is basically extracted from Association of Project Management based in the UK. Next is also perhaps you are keen to know what it takes to be a project manager. So generally, the project manager is responsible for day-to-day management of the project and also must be competent in managing all areas of the project. Then again, how do you get started? So generally, to be a good project manager, they need to have two components. Of course, the first component is looking at the qualification, right? So academic qualification is one component that is critical in terms of having the knowledge and know-how. And second is before you can be a successful project manager, you also need to have the experience. So basically, it's the knowledge and experience counts for delivering good projects. So perhaps we look at why project management matters for organization today. Right, this is extracted from one of the articles from Project Management Institute based in the UK. The delivery of business outcomes is very important for successful project. It is the essence that is the way that project management strategies drive organizational success. So this is extracted from one of the experienced professional. Then a survey from McKinsey & Co. right? Nearly 60% of senior executives said building a strong project management discipline is a top 3 priority for their companies as they look to the future. And this one is from Intel, based in the US. Good project management discipline stop us from spending money on projects that fail. So project management can help to guarantee project success in a certain extent. So this is extracted from PMI, right? PMI is actually the Project Management Institute. That is the organization that oversees the documentation of the project management body of knowledge, Pink Book, within the Pink Book Guide. So basically our program structure later on, which I'll share, are based on the Pink Book Guide. In fact, PMI found that organizations using any type of project management methodology are better at meeting budget, staying on schedule, and meeting scope, quality standard, and also achieve the expected benefits. So now allow me to share a bit more on the project management career with some facts and figures. This is extracted from the Project Management Institute PMP job growth, right? From the year 2017 to 2027. So first, employers and organizations are currently looking for skilled project management professionals. If give them an opportunity to fit yourself in their requirements if you are a qualified project manager. And number 2, there will be huge job opportunity for project management role in the coming future in variety of sectors. So these are some of the employment outlook in selected countries, right, comparatively in 2017 and 2027. Generally, there is an increasing opportunity for project management roles around the globe. In terms of the job outlook, there will be a lot of opportunities there. So we are looking at about 2.2 million new project roles around the globe each year. So that is basically a significant amount to venture into project management roles. Perhaps this is something more interesting and something more important and significant to look at. Is project management role financially rewarding? If we look at the report based in the US, right, the salary for a project management oriented worker is having a premium of about 82%. Meaning to say, if you earn a salary of $1,000 in a normal job, you can get at least 1,800 for a project management role in a same organization. So that is an 82% premium. And what it takes to be a project manager, right? Just to recap. Generally, you need to have 3 components according to Project Management Institute, right? First is the technical project management, which is the technical skills. Second is the strategic and business management. And third is the leadership ability. Generally, we will cover these 3 components within the program. And we look at the membership for Project Management Institute across the globe. Back in 2010, we are looking at about 300,000 membership. Then in 10 years' time, we are looking at about 600,000. And now we have almost 700,000 within the PMI family. So you can see an increasing trend of people joining the project management fraternity. So pursuing project management as a career will give you the sense of achievement, develop your problem-solving skills, meeting new people, and also have fun. So, simply put, project managers with academic qualification are likelier to earn higher salaries and have more opportunities for advancement than those without proper credentials. So now let me share with you some specific details of the Master of Project Management Utah in our Sungai Long campus. So first, I'll go through a bit on the entry requirement, right? So for a direct entry, it's basically a bachelor degree with a CGPA of 2.75. If your CGPA is around 2.5 to 2.75, there will be an internal assessment required. And for those CGPA with 2.0 and less than 2.5, 5 years of working experience will be required, plus internal assessment. Then the other qualification as approved by the Senate. And of course, there will be some requirement on the English language. With respects to the duration of the course, for full-time students is 1 year program, and for part-time students is basically 2 years. In terms of the fee, it's about 17,300 for local students and about 26,500 for international students. With respects to the cost structure, it is basically based on the Pink Book Guide that is being distributed by Project Management Institute based in the US, sorry. So we have 5 core modules which actually takes care of the 10 knowledge areas within the Pink Book Guide, ranging from integration, time, cost, resources management, procurement management, and also communication management. All in all, we have 10 knowledge area. Then there will be 2 compulsory courses. One is the research methodology in preparation of the research project. And then the next is the research project, which is a 2-semester graduation project. Then there are also 4 electives to choose from. Each elective covers 3 credit hours, ranging from strategic management, financial management, renewable energy, to construction claims, and also facilities management. In terms of the student distribution, we have majority of the students are basically from Malaysia, right? With some international students from Sudan, Nigeria, Libya, Tanzania, Maldives, and recently we also have students from the mainland China. In terms of entry requirement, a big portion of the students are our alumni, right? Utah alumni covers almost about 40%. Then the second will be foreign universities, followed by private universities and public universities in Malaysia. In terms of qualification background of students, I think the majority of the students are from the built environment, ranging from quantity surveying, architecture, construction management, civil, and other engineering courses. We also have various students from different fields, like business, legal, psychology, advertising. So basically, project management is a field for all related fields of study. Our external examiner is basically Dr. Dean Kasiwagi. He is basically a creator of the best value procurement, the originator of the performance information procurement system. He was the full professor at the Arizona State University in the US. So he came here for physical visit 2 years ago, right? For program evaluation and also to look at how we deliver this program. And also during his visit, we normally invite him to give a public lecture relating to best procurement, which he created based on his practice. To require further information about the program, it is actually available on this website, and the website address is provided on the slide. So you can Google and you can perhaps find some interesting information that are relevant to you. If you have further questions, feel free to contact me at this email address. And if you are coming for physically, these are the address in the Utah campus. So that's all for the talk. Thank you for your time and appreciate your listening.